How's it going, you beautiful people? My name is Zach and welcome back. So obviously I've been posting a lot more lately with the reaction videos, the production, the covers, all that, and it's been a blast. I mean, the main point of it is just because I'm kind of falling back in love with making YouTube videos and kind of sharing my love for music and my passion for creating with you guys, which honestly, like, the community that has grown in the last few weeks has been amazing. And it's been so much fun kind of talking to you guys in the comments and seeing where you're at as music lovers and music listeners as well. It's been so much fun. I can't wait to keep kind of growing that family and keep working at what I'm doing. But another reason why I've been posting so much is because I'm kind of trying to figure out and experiment with my workflow and what works well and what doesn't work well when I'm creating and editing a video, whether I'm writing music or just sitting back and listening to songs and reacting to them. I'm trying to figure out what works, what you guys want to see, and obviously like how much time I have in the day to record and to film and to edit and all that stuff. And I think over the past few weeks I've been able to kind of narrow down exactly what might work for my personal brand and what I want to put on this channel as kind of a consistent thing, so that you know that when you're coming to this channel, you know what you're gonna get. And so when I started doing these reaction videos, obviously, especially with the Noah Kahan videos, which gained a lot of Noah Kahan fans, and then you guys seem to really like how I was reacting to stuff. Thank you so much for that, by the way. I definitely want to keep learning from that. I've been kind of reading the comments of how I should go about these and making them maybe more full listens so you can see my raw reactions. But as much as I love to react to these songs, obviously I want to give it a little bit more of a educational twist and kind of talk about the songwriting style and the production style. I love that the videos are entertaining, but I also want them to have that kind of educational feature to it, so young creators and young music enthusiasts are kind of learning something as well as that, because I want you guys to come out of every one of my videos feeling like you learned something or you thought of something different, because I always want to be growing and I always want to be kind of improving on my craft, and I hope that you guys kind of strive for that too. Which is kind of why I'm introducing the Pocket Records thing. It's a way for me to kind of work on my production and songwriting too, because as much as I love listening to music, I also use that as a tool to get better at my own craft. And I think that's one of the number one rules. It's like, if you want to get better at songwriting, you want to get better at producing and stuff, you need to listen to the music that inspires you. And so that's kind of also why I've been listening to Noah Kahan and Valley and John Bellion. These are all musicians that I listen to all the time and want to kind of create my sound and to be inspired by those sonic characteristics and that style of songwriting. So I think for the near future, what I want to try to start doing is take an album and listen to it, and then like go back and forth with a reaction video and a production songwriting video. And I want the production songwriting video to kind of be tied into whatever I reacted and listened to. So for instance, this video is going to be me writing a pocket record of something that kind of sounds like what Noah Kahan would write, which is more acoustic, folky, that type of thing. And it really can kind of go all over the place. I'm going to definitely stay in that pop, indie, folk genre with whatever I'm listening to, but I think that's the best way for me to get better at what I'm doing, and maybe you guys can learn some stuff along the way, so then you can start writing music like these artists that I'm listening to as well. So definitely let me know if that's something you want to see. Obviously, I'm going to keep doing these reaction videos. Again, I've already got the next one lined up, and I'm having a blast with it. But I definitely want to kind of infiltrate this production songwriting thing in there too. So I'm not only working on myself, but kind of giving an educational, this is what I'm doing, still very much like an intermediate producer songwriter. And so I hope that I can kind of help resonate with other young songwriters, producers that want to just get better at what they do. So for all the new subscribers and watchers of this channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and staying. Basically, what Pocket Records is I write a verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus of just an original song. If you guys like it and you want me to expand on it, then I will, and release it maybe. I don't even know. I'm working on an album and looking for more songs to put on that album. The purpose of Pocket Records is to kind of generate these bite-sized pieces of music where it's like our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and it's hard to digest an entire 4.5-minute song nowadays. So it's like trying to keep it under 1.5 to 2 minutes to really get that idea out and then expand on it after that. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be writing a Noah Kahan song, and I'm going to get started. So Noah Kahan's very folky, especially with Stick Season. I know he's kind of dabbled in the pop thing in his older albums, and all of it's just fantastic, but I'm definitely going to try to aim this towards Stick Season since we just listened to it. And so I brought out my acoustic guitar, of course, and I want to kind of try to keep it pretty simple on the instrumental side. Just like some acoustic guitar, maybe a little piano, maybe a little string. I'm thinking cello. So I've been messing around with the tuning. One thing I've been trying to do more is just experiment with tuning and kind of strive away from that traditional stuff, just because my hands are really small and sometimes I can't play chords that are common to play. Open, it sounds like this. Kind of spooky. Kind of jazzy. It's kind of cool. And I was messing around with some chords and stuff and I came up with this. Kind of that traditional, those suspended chords, adding that tonic in there. I love that type of thing. So I think we're going to stick with that. I'm going to track that left and right real quick and we'll listen back to what we have. Yeah, it's nice. It's warm. It can kind of go either direction. I don't really know what the song is about yet, but we're going to keep working on the instrumental. So believe it or not, I actually switched guitars. I know this one looks exactly like the other one, but this one, oh God, you can't even see. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. It's a 12 string. It's a 12 string. And I've been kind of picking this up. It's so dusty. I've been picking this up a little bit more just because I love the open sound it has. I am just doing an open tuning. It's beautiful. I'm probably going to mention Ben Rector in almost every single one of my videos, but he is the king of 12 strings bars. And I just love the open woody sound to it. And I was kind of messing around and I came up with a line that kind of goes like this. So kind of give this little melody in this intro part and this verse part. I just love how the 6-string acoustic is more kind of low mid-range and more full, and then this kind of adds like a little bit of a high-end twinkle. And obviously always having that B flat just pedaling. It's very folky, very folky. So we're gonna track that. I honestly think that's plenty to write over. I think in the second half of the verse, I'm going to record some piano and see what I can do there. Also, you're probably wondering, why the heck am I not playing this keyboard over here? It's because I just have this little MIDI keyboard right there. And so that's what I'm playing. I got to come up with better camera angles. Maybe when I move in a couple of weeks, that'll be something better. But I kind of thought of this little piano line. I kind of like it. Kind of nice. Let's see how that sounds with the acoustic stuff. It's kind of layered in there a little bit soft. Also, really quick, another thing, tip for acoustic guitars. I'm literally just recording on my SM7B, which is just because I don't have many mics, but this one is just really reliable and I love it. To make your guitar sound more full and more open, just double track it. So do a left and a right, rather than just doing a single track mono. Just widens the entire image, and I've been doing it a lot more lately, and it's wonderful. If I had a bigger budget, I'd probably just like use 2 microphones and put one on the mouth and then on the neck. But for now, I mean, just double tracking and panning it hard left and right is really nice. Cool. Okay, so now we get to the chorus, and I think that I want to fill it out just a little bit more with just some more acoustic stuff. So I'm going to bring out the ukulele. Just to fill it out a little bit more, and then we've got kind of everything kind of going here. Really nice. We're gonna add a little bit of string in there because I know that Noah usually uses like a fiddle, a violin, maybe a little cello, just to kind of add a little bit of a texture in there. So let's do it. I love that. just like that. We're gonna put a little cello line in there, just kind of like a counter melody, but this I'm feeling it in just like this warm legato line that's kind of moaning underneath the chorus. Yeah, that's really nice, and that really kind of should fill everything out there. So we're gonna listen to this real quick. And I don't want to do too much more than that, because I know what I was talking about before, all the energy that comes from just like a simple amount of instruments. It's so cool, and it doesn't need to be this big epic percussion thing that makes this track go wild. I think it's okay to kind of calmly swell into that moment. It's a feel-good, nostalgic type groove. So I'm gonna think of some lyrics real quick. We're gonna finish this pocket record pretty fast. Again, me thinking of the lyrics is totally sped up and stuff. I'm not coming up with it immediately right on the spot. That would be kind of freaky, and I think I should get checked out. I like that. Nobody knows how to call me. Nobody knows how to call me a friend of theirs. Cool. Somebody told me that I could be a better man. Dope, dope, dope. I really like that. It's kind of like I'm going back into this like cadence after every single line. It goes back to the ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. And then that fourth line could be something else, I think. How do I know that you love me? Does that. How could I be something that I'm not? Yeah. That is the first verse done. I think I'll split it. I'll go double. Nobody knows how to fight with their enemies. I need like a Vermont line, so I'm gonna think of the weather. The weather's too cold to go out and settle these bundled up jokes that turn into a reality. I needed a second for that one, but I love that line. It's like, I always love making like this little creative lyrical lines that tie into each other. And it's kind of like a little analogy. So I did, nobody knows how to fight with their enemies. The weather's too cold to go out and settle these bundled up jokes. So like you're bundled up in your jacket or whatever, but it's these bundled up jokes that turn into a reality. So when something starts off as a joke, but then it gets a little bit too real and it's almost offensive, I like that. And so like the bundled up kind of messes with like the cold weather that Vermont always has. Except for now, it's actually really nice out. How could they be more than words on a text? That's our verse. Let's jump to a chorus. So a lot of the time what I do when I'm recording vocals or trying to come up with lines and stuff is kind of humming out the melody in my head or like word vomiting, I guess, on Logic and coming up with the melody first and then seeing like what I can get out of what I'm saying. I would love to go into depth with that a little bit more if you want to see that in a production video of exactly like what I'm doing in real time. Maybe I could do like some streams or something and kind of go into that so you can see what I'm doing on the spot. But basically I'm mumbling words and then I'm kind of forming them into phrases and then piecing it all together, which is a little bit difficult, but 90% of the time it works awesome. So I think I got my chorus. Let's go record it and play the song. Nobody knows how to call me a friend of theirs. Somebody told me that I could
be a better man? How do I know that you love me? How could I be something that I'm not? Nobody knows how to fight with their enemies. The weather's too cold to go out and settle these. Bundled up jokes that turn to our reality. How could they be more than words on a text? So cry me a river, cry me an ocean. Oh, drive to Atlanta, away from home. You've gotta know how to feel like a decoy and fall back in love with the world that you've seen. Oh, when I guess I'm falling